Damian Lillard is reportedly meeting with the Blazers to discuss his future. Buzz about him going to Miami heating up as Will Smith's Miami played during one of his Instagram live videos. Coincidence? Most likely not. But the Ringer's Kevin O'Connor says a lot of teams should be interested in Lillard, especially the Celtics. He wrote this today. With Lillard, the Celtics would have a better team on paper than Miami, especially after Boston upgraded the roster with the addition of Kristaps Porzingis, who just had a career-best season. The Celtics could theoretically offer Malcolm Brogdon, Robin Williams, and Peyton Pritchard and up to 3 firsts and 2 swaps. And while Lillard has said he doesn't want to play in Boston, O'Connor writes, Celtics would offer him the best chance to win a championship. So perhaps he'd change his mind like Kevin Garnett did many years ago. Garnett refused to be traded from Minnesota to Boston until then general manager Danny Ainge met with him in person. KG then accepted a trade and went on to become a legend in Boston. Time now to deep dive that you heard regarding Robert Williams, of course, came from the leader of his fan club, Chris Forsberg. Our Celtics insiders here, Amina Smith, Phil Perry. Chris, I am going to start with you.
Yep. Nope.
You
can just go right to Amina.
You would not do that. You would not do that proposed trade for Damian Lillard.
So I would be flip-flopping if I said that I think they should do it. Now, obviously, you look at it and you say, if you're not giving up Jaylen Brown, you have to give it some consideration, and I understand that. You only got like one really good swing of the bat left. If you want to go all in on a 30-year-old, I can understand your reasoning, especially if you're talking about this year. But contract situations are getting tough. I don't see the likelihood deep into the future. And I don't know. The Rob thing is a deal breaker for me. I'd rather lean in. There are players out there that I would push multiple picks and I'll whisper this, maybe even Rob. But Damian Lillard at his age is not the one I would go for.
Chris, why are we so emotionally attached to players? Did last week not teach you anything? Stop getting emotionally attached. I'm going to give KOC a round of applause here, our guy, Kevin O'Connor, because Dame Lillard, to me, has been the ideal player to add to this roster if you could figure out a way to do it.
You guys know there's one basketball, right?
I was about to say, and not a lot of guys.
Where are Porzingis, Jason, Jalen, and Lillard getting their shots?
Where's all the scoring coming from? Oh my gosh! It's only you're right.
Are we playing defense?
I'm sorry, I like good players. I guess that's my problem. I like guys that play. I like guys that are competitive. I like guys that are going to infuse a different attitude to a team that clearly needs it. And that's part of the reason Marcus Smart, everybody's boy, isn't here any longer. So if you're looking for that kind of transformation, a psychological transformation, a heart transplant, if you will, this is the guy to go for. And I love the Kevin Garnett example. I've used it myself because, Garnett didn't want to be here.
Yeah.
But I think he determined, you know what, I might actually like to make something of my career. And I think Damian Lillard should be in the same place.
And could you also argue that maybe Damian Lillard would set Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown up to actually score and put the offense in a position to run a little more smoothly?
I think you would say that in theory, though, but I think the big thing for me when I take a look at Dame Lillard, potentially if he did come to Boston, is the fact that he's so used to being the alpha, he's so used to being the scorer, he's so used to being the guy that everything is on his back, that can he take a role where he's not the alpha in Boston? Because it is Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown's team. So Dame Lillard would have to come to Boston and take a totally different role that he's used to, that he's taken for pretty much his entire career out there in Portland. Now I'm with you, Phil Perry. I think that Dame Lillard would make this Celtics team 10 times better. But also, on the other hand, I'm thinking about Chris Forsberg. He's right. There's only one basketball. How much scoring are you going to do? Where's the defense going to be played on that team?
And that's why the comparison doesn't work for me. Like, KG comes in, and, he embraces defense. He embraces making other people better. Everyone had to sacrifice on that team. I don't think Jason, Jalen, even Lillard are at a point in their career where they're ready to sacrifice.
But doesn't somebody at some point have to sacrifice no matter who they bring in? Like, to me, Jaylen Brown has to sacrifice so Jason Tatum can be better. And there are times when Jason Tatum has shown he can't be the alpha. So maybe adding an alpha to the mix, Phil, would make this whole cake.
Well, that would be my one concern.
Yeah.
Would be if Tatum's your guy for the next decade, right? That's not Lillard. Lillard would be here if he were to come to help you maximize the next couple of years. He's 33, I think, right? So that's the thing that would give me some pause. It would be you're preventing Jason Tatum from taking this leap that I personally feel as though he should be trying to make now that Marcus Smart is gone. That was a huge benefit of Smart leaving, in my opinion, is now, okay, the door is open. It's your team, buddy. Go run with it. If you bring Dame Lillard in, now maybe there's more confusion.
Also, where's this wheelbarrow of money that you guys are using to pay all these players?
I can't pick
I can't fit 3 max on the team, and now you're bringing in Lillard. I'm sorry, it just gets very, very difficult. The hard reality is...
You're telling me Kevin O'Connor didn't crunch the numbers before he just threw this out there?
I love KOC.
It feels like he did a little bit of work. Like, there's got to be some salary matching there, so it's completely impossible is what you're telling me.
He might need to call Wick Gross back and be like, yo, Wick, we going over $200 million for this team? Because that's where we're headed.
Hey, Wick and the Celtics have said money's no object.